We're not live yet though, right? Oh, it's not going Facebook Live till tonight.
Oh.
Got it, okay.
Okay, well then, my bad.
We have been here before.
A place of grieving and mourning.
We have been here before.
A night that seems it won't end.
We have been here before.
Knee-deep in fear, knee-deep in doubt.
We have been here before.
Good Friday, the night Christ died.
So once again, we find ourselves here.
In community, in God's arms.
Where else would we go when the world falls apart? Let us worship Holy God.
Falls the eventide, the darkness deepens. Oh Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts me, help of the helpless, abide with me.
Love, not only that you spoke words of comfort, walked with the unclean and unloved, shared wisdom, bread, and wine, brought healing into lives, and challenged the status quo. This is love, that you spoke the word of God, walked a painful road to the cross, shared living water, bread of life, brought salvation to the world, and died for the sake of all. This is love. It is a seed sown in the ground which germinates, blossoms, and spreads its sweet perfume.
Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." He took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be grieved and agitated. Then he said to them, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here and stay awake with me." And going a little further, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet not what I want, but what you want."
Oh, sacred head, now wounded with grief and shame weighed down, now scornfully surrounded with thorns, thine only crown. How pale thou art with anguish, with sore abuse and scorn. How does that visage languish, which once was bright as morn? What thou, my Lord, hast suffered, 'twas all for sinners' gain. Mine was the transgression, but thine the deadly pain. Lo, here I fall, my Savior, 'tis I deserve thy place. Look on me with thy favor, vouchsafe to me thy grace. What language shall I borrow to thank thee, dearest friend, from this thy dying sorrow, thy pity without end? Oh, make me thine forever, and should I fainting be, Lord, let me never, never outlive my love for thee.
Simon Peter followed Jesus into the court of the high priest, and a woman there said to Peter, "Are you not also one of this man's disciples?" He said, "I am not." Now the servants and officers had made a charcoal fire because it was cold, and they were standing around it and warming themselves. Simon Peter was also standing with them and warming himself, and they asked him, "Are you not also one of his disciples?" He denied it and said, "I am not." One of the servants of the high priest, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, asked, "Did I not see you in the garden with him?" And again Peter denied it.
Judas betrayed Jesus. Peter denied Jesus. Thomas doubted Jesus. Jesus died for them. Pilate rejected Jesus. Herod taunted Jesus. Caiaphas framed Jesus. Jesus died for them. The soldiers crucified Jesus. The disciples deserted Jesus. The people laughed at Jesus. Jesus died for them. Mary wept for Jesus. The woman anointed Jesus. Joseph buried Jesus. Jesus died for them. We have doubted Jesus. We have denied Jesus. We have rejected Jesus, but Jesus died for us.
The love of God is greater far than tongue or pen can ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The guilty pair bowed down with care. God gave His Son to win His erring child. He reconciled and pardoned from his sin. Oh, love of God, how rich, how pure, how measureless and strong. It shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels songs. The ocean filled and were the skies of parchment made, that every tree by the ground and every bird scribe my trade to write the love of God above. Would drain the ocean dry, nor could the scroll contain the whole, though stretched from sky to sky. Oh, love of God, how rich and pure, how measureless and strong. It shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels song.
Then Pilate took Jesus and scourged him. And the soldiers wove a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they dressed him in a purple robe. They kept coming up to him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews," and struck him with their hands. Pilate went out again and said to them, "Look, I am bringing him out to you to let you know that I find no case against him." So Jesus came out, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe. Pilate said to them, "Here is the man." When the chief priests and the officers saw him, they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" He said to the religious authorities, "Here is your king." They cried out, "Away with him! Away with him! Crucify him!" Pilate asked them, "Shall I crucify your king?" The chief priests answered, "We have no king but the emperor." Then he handed him over to them to be crucified.
At the cross I wait, and time ticks past. I gaze, made silent by the sight. I watch as soldiers meticulously move, executing each terrible, torturous I watch as soldiers meticulously move, executing each terrible, torturous task. I gasp. Still, life lingers in his fragile, broken form. I flinch as blow by blow, nails bite deep through flesh to find wood. I stand as he is lifted high, silhouetted against the sky which he has made. I weep as his cry echoes deep in my hardened, calloused heart. I wail as he screams, "It is complete, finished, final, said and done." I fall as the sky turns inky black, and the sun and moon and stars forget to shine. I kneel as worlds collide and time ticks by. What once bound no longer seems to hold. I bow, for a part of me is gone, kept forever on Calvary's painful peak. I wait at the foot of the cross to begin my journey home.
Death, be not proud, though the whole world fear you. Mighty and dreadful you may seem, but death, be not proud, for your pride has failed you. You will not kill me, though you may dwell in plague and poison. You're a slave to fate and desperate men. So death, if your sleep be the gates to heaven, why your confidence when you will be no more? You will be no more. You will be no more. Even death will die. So death, be not proud. Death, be not proud. Death, be not proud. 'Cause even death will die.
They took the body of Jesus and bound it in linen cloths with spices, according to the burial custom of the Jews. Now there was a garden in the place where he was crucified, and in the garden there was a new tomb in which no one had been laid. And so, because it was there, the Jewish day of preparation, and the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus in there. When the Alleluias fall silent, and the story comes to a stop, and the words fade out mid-sentence, and even the stones keep quiet, and those who still find there is something to say shout for the wrong side, then you know the Lord of life has finished the parable with one final sentence. It is finished. And the tragedy bows its final bow in the world, and it is entombed. All that remains is the fear that we may never find our voices again, and we will forget how to speak of love. Now the word has been silenced, and the story run out of endings.
Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, is me.